Okay, so this should be the first question that you had on that review. So you're supposed to solve for x. Go ahead and try it. All right, what we're doing is we're looking for the answers for this equation. It says find the answers that are on the interval 0 to 360. Same as always, I'm wanting you to find the base answers, the main answers, and plus or minus 360 in if you want to go ahead and do all that. So for this one, it's just a linear type equation. I've only got one trig function going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to gather all my cosines to one side. All right, and then I'm going to move the other terms to the other side. So move this 3 over to the right-hand side. So this is going to give me 2 cosine x is equal to negative 1. All right, that cancels and that cancels. Negative 1. This is like just an equation that has variables on both sides. We can divide by 2. So divide by 2. That's going to cancel that. Now we want to answer, where does cosine equal negative 1/2? You could use your inverse trig function, or you can just use your unit circle. All right, there's two angles where cosine is negative 1/2. The first one happens at whatever this angle is. I believe that is 120. So one of your answers is 120. And then your other answer is down here in the third quadrant. That's the other place where cosine is negative. And that angle is 240. Yeah, 240. All right, so x equals 120 and x equals 240. Of course, if you want to check your answer, make sure you're in degree mode right there. And then you could actually plug in 120 for x on both sides. Make sure that the left-hand side equals the right-hand side. Okay. And this is plus or minus 360 in if you were asked to find all the solutions. Okay. But we just need to find the 120 and 240. Okay. Question 2 should look like this. 3 cosine minus cosine tangent equals 0. To solve this one, since I've got two trig functions here, notice here that I've got a cosine and a cosine on both terms. I can go ahead and factor out the cosine part. Okay, I'm going to take away a cosine from this term, which is going to give me a 3, minus, and a cosine from this term, which is going to leave me with a tangent. Okay. All right, now that it's in factored form, I can set each of my factors equal to 0 and then solve for x. So they'll split up into two equations. Cosine is equal to 0 and 3 minus tangent is equal to 0. All right, the one on the left is kind of easy. There's two values where cosine is equal to 0. Remember, cosine is the x value. That happens at this angle and at this angle. Those are where the x values are equal to 0. So that's going to be at 90 degrees and 270. For this one, I would need to subtract 3. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to add tangent of x to both sides. That'll be 3 equals tan of x. Okay. And we can solve this one just by using our inverse trig button. So inverse tangent of 3. Okay, that's going to give me x equals 71.566. All right, and then you would plus or minus 180 to this. So I guess I would need to also add 180 to find my other answer. Yeah, so tangent's equal to positive 3 in two spots. It happens in the first quadrant right here at 71 degrees, and it's also equaling positive in the third quadrant. So the angle that's like 71.566, but in the third quadrant, is just 180 plus 71.566. So add 180, and you're going to get another answer. X is equal to 251.56. Right. Those would be my 4 solutions between 0 and 360 for this equation. Okay.